Tracy, what are health officials saying in Mexico City?
Well, as you mentioned, they're urging calm, but at the same time, everyone is increasingly nervous about this, not knowing how it started and how it's transmitted. They do know it's transmitted person to person. So the president went on television this afternoon telling people we have to avoid contagion. Essentially, we have to avoid contact. He's telling people to do everything to keep this from spreading further and farther and becoming a pandemic. That's the concern now on the mind of international health officials.
Tracy, you mentioned that they were a little more optimistic at this point. Where is that optimism coming from? We have about 24 people who got sick today.
I don't think I mentioned optimism. I think the government is saying they feel like they have it under control. You won't find that opinion shared with the average Mexican, though. I spoke to many Mexicans in the streets today. Not that there were that many out, but those who are out are very suspicious of that the government is not telling them everything they know, and that things may in fact be worse than they're being told.
The Ministry of Health has been granted emergency powers. What can you tell us about that?
That allows them to search homes, to go into people's homes searching for sick people, to quarantine sick people if necessary, and to interfere with sort of the free movement of people. In other words, they could take someone from a train or a bus if they see that they're sick.
Tracy, what about stockpiles of medications and ways to help people? Do they have enough?
Well, I'm sure they don't. They say they have large stockpiles, but they're not sure what medicines will do the trick. You know, this is a virus that, as you mentioned, has not been seen before, and so they're not sure if the traditional vaccinations will work. They're vaccinating health workers because obviously they're the ones who are more likely to be exposed, and anything is better than nothing in that case. But they don't know exactly what medicines to give the general population.
Have they given an explanation as to the high death toll?
No, that's the biggest unknown in this. Even the CDC, we don't know yet why people are dying here, and no one so far has died in the United States. It may be inferior health conditions here, generally speaking, environmental conditions. There may be a slight difference in the strain. They just don't know that yet. That's what they're investigating.
All right, Tracy Wilkinson, Mexico Bureau Chief for the Los Angeles Times. Thank you very much for speaking with us.